I had what I thought was an interesting question the other day. I took a picture and I put this slip in the picture, and I said that it's just for show. It makes the picture look better. I actually hate pocket slips. It makes the knives, in my opinion, this one's pretty trim, but this is a special edition collector's knives pocket slip that came with the round head Barlow, but it's a totally different story. It usually they're not as pliable and they're not quite as trim, and I find that they make the knife too bulky in my pocket, which I don't prefer. So I'm going to show you the two typical setups that how I'll carry my traditional knives, and I'm just going to make this a video about how I carry my knives as a whole. So you'll see here on my belt, I usually have a lifter's leather sheath, and usually that means I have a Strider on me, which is not atypical. The other thing I'll do is in my pocket, I'll have some other folder, sometimes, not all the time. And today that happens to be the Slish Bowie. And in this pocket, I also have a cell phone. And that's it for this part. Now, here, these are TAD Intercepts, by the way, Intercept PDs. And they have a watch pocket here. And I will typically have a tube of chapstick in there and then my traditional knife. And that's how I keep this knife or any of my traditional knives from getting scratched up, because they're actually in this small watch pocket. And I think I can pull this pocket out and show you. The inside of this pocket is fairly soft. It's not all denim, so it's even softer than regular jean pockets. Now, excuse me, that's how I carry if I have jeans on. And sometimes these are intercepts, like I said. There's what they call a yoke pocket right here over the back pocket. And I'll sometimes carry a fixed blade in here. Now, if I carry a fixed blade down in here, I usually don't have one of these other knives, but I will sometimes carry a Strider folder here on my hip, on my belt, and a regular folder in my pocket, or a regular folder here that I don't have a sheath for, and my traditional in this pocket. Next, I'll show you how I carry just on more of a regular everyday basis when I'm in the office. All right, this would be a typical pair of just slacks that I would wear in the office. If I was going to wear a suit, obviously, I just put the knife directly in my front pocket, and I keep everything else in my jacket pockets up here, phone and things of that nature. My keys always go in my left pocket, so that's out of the equation, but that's pretty easy to figure out. These pants here, what I like, these are Hagar, however you want to pronounce them, Haggar. They're not expensive pants. They're $30, $35. Sometimes you can catch them on sale and buy them even cheaper than that. But if you look closely, there is a little pocket right here on the seam, and I usually carry my traditional knife right there in that pocket. And as you can see, this is not exactly a small traditional knife, but it's still, the pocket still holds it. And just for example, and a few times I have slipped a Strider in this pocket. This is an SMF, so this is the one of the larger production folders. It's the largest regular production folder that they make. It'll even fit down here in this pocket, so you can slip it in there. And I mean, unless you're really looking, you can't really tell that you've got a knife in there, and it comes right out. But what I really like about this is it's discreet. It keeps my pockets free and clear. You know, it doesn't obstruct anything. And because of the way this pocket is constructed, it's actually constructed right on the seam of the pants itself. So no matter how heavy the knife is you put in here, it's totally supported by the seam of the pants. So you don't feel like you have a knife on you at all. So those are the two main ways I carry a knife. I just thought it was an interesting question, and I thought I would make a video about it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next video.